Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to Speak Fast English. I'm Lucas, and today, I've got something wild to share with you. This is the story of how I went from barely saying hello in English to speaking fluently in just 5 months. And it all started with a secret I found in a dusty old library. So, grab a snack, get comfy, and let's dive into the secret of the graduated readers. Trust me, this is gonna blow your mind. So, picture this. I'm just a regular guy in a small town. Everyone around me speaks the same language, and English. Man, it felt like a mountain I could never climb. I wanted to watch Netflix shows without subtitles. I dreamed of traveling to places like London or New York and actually talking to people. But every time I tried to speak English, my brain froze. The words got stuck, and I sounded like a robot. Apps, videos, even classes, nothing worked. I was ready to give up. Then, one rainy afternoon, I was bored and ended up at the town library. It's this old building with creaky floors and that amazing smell of books. I was wandering around, not looking for anything special, when I noticed a weird shelf in the back. It was covered in dust, like nobody had touched it in years. There was a sign above it that said, "Graduated Readers." I had no idea what that meant, but it sounded cool, so I went closer. On the shelf, there was this one book that caught my eye. It had a shiny blue cover with a picture of a golden key. The title was The Locked Gate. I picked it up, and the pages felt soft, almost warm. I opened it and saw simple English words. Like, really simple. Stuff like run, find door. I could actually understand it. I thought, okay, this looks fun. So, I borrowed it and took it home. That night, I started reading. The story was about a guy named Max who lived in a village. Max found a mysterious gate in the forest, but it was locked. To open it, he had to solve riddles in English. The riddles were tricky, but the words were easy enough for me to follow. I got so into it, I read half the book in one sitting. It was like watching a movie in my head. I didn't even feel like I was studying. The next morning, I couldn't wait to go back to the library. One wanted more books like The Locked Gate. When I got there, this old librarian was at the desk. He had white hair and these super kind eyes, like he knew something I didn't. He saw me heading to the graduated readers shelf and said, "You found the magic books, huh?" "Magic?" I laughed. "They're just books." He leaned in, all serious, and said, "Oh, they're more than that, Lucas. Those books are a system. They're called graduated readers because they come in levels. You start with the easy ones, like the book you took. When you finish, you move to the next level. The words get harder, the stories get deeper. If you read them all, something incredible happens." I was curious. "Like what?" He smiled. "You'll speak English. Like a native, but you have to trust the process. Read every book, and don't stop." Okay, I thought he was a little crazy. Magic books, come on. But I loved The Locked Gate, so I grabbed 3 more books from the first level. They had awesome titles like The Stolen Crown, The Ghost Ship, and The Secret Cave. Each one had a bright cover and simple English, with cool pictures to help me understand. For the next 2 weeks, I was obsessed. Every night, I'd read a new story. Pirates fighting for treasure, explorers finding lost cities, detectives solving crimes. It was so much fun. The words were easy, but I started noticing something weird. I was remembering them. Like I'd read Brave or Journey in one book, and then I'd see it again in the next. And I wasn't just reading, I was saying the words out loud, pretending I was the characters. My dog probably thought I was nuts, but my English was getting better. After I finished the first level, I went back to the library. The old librarian was there, like he was waiting for me. He handed me a wooden box with books from the second level. "These are a bit tougher," he said. "More words, longer sentences. But you're ready, Lucas, keep going." The second level books were different. No pictures, and the stories were more intense. One was about a girl who built a rocket to escape her planet. Another was about a detective chasing a thief across Europe. The sentences were longer, but I wasn't scared. I felt ready. I started reading faster, and I noticed something crazy. I was thinking in English. Like, I'd be walking to the store, and instead of thinking in my language, I'd think, I need to buy milk. It was wild. One day, I was at a park reading The Star Hunter from the second level. This tourist guy came up to me, looking lost. He said, "Excuse me, where is the bus station?" In English, my heart was pounding. I wanted to run away. But then I thought of Max from The Locked Gate. He didn't give up when the riddles got hard. So, I took a deep breath and said, "Go straight, then turn left at the big tree." My voice was shaky, but the guy understood me. He said, "Thanks, man," and walked off. I was grinning like an idiot for the rest of the day. That moment changed everything. I started looking for chances to speak English. I'd watch YouTube videos and repeat what people said. I'd talk to myself in the mirror, practicing sentences from the books, and I kept reading. I finished the second level, then the third. The third level books were thick, with big words like adventure and mystery. But the stories were so good, I didn't care. I read about a woman who climbed a mountain to find a lost temple. I read about a boy who discovered he could talk to animals. Every story made me braver. By the fourth level, I was a different person. I could watch English movies and understand most of it. I joined an online chat group and talked to people from all over the world. My English wasn't perfect, but I wasn't afraid anymore. The books were teaching me, but they were also changing how I saw myself. I wasn't just Lucas, the guy who couldn't speak English. I was Lucas, the guy who could do anything. One night, I was reading the last book from the fourth level. It was called The Golden Path. It was about a traveler named Sam who had to find a hidden path to save his family. The path was guarded by a spirit who asked questions in English. Sam had to answer perfectly to pass. I was so into the story, I stayed up until 3 a.m. when I finished. I closed the book and realized I was crying. Not because the story was sad, but because I felt complete. I was thinking in English, dreaming in English, living in English. The next day, I went to the library to thank the old librarian. I wanted to tell him he was right about the books. But when I got there, the graduated reader's shelf was gone. Just a blank wall. I asked the new librarian about the old man, but she said, "Nobody like that works here, and we've never had a shelf called graduated readers." I was freaking out. Was it all in my head? I ran home and checked my books. They were still there, The Locked Gate, The Stolen Crown, all of them. But when I opened The Locked Gate, I found something new. A handwritten note inside the cover. It said, "The secret isn't the books, Lucas, it's you. You believed, you worked, you spoke. Keep going." I sat there, staring at the note. 5 months ago, I couldn't say a full sentence in English. Now, I was chatting with strangers, watching shows, and even starting this channel Speak Fast English. The graduated readers were my guide, but the real magic was inside me. Every story I read, every word I spoke, every mistake I made, it all built me into someone new. So, here's my message to you, Speak Fast English family. You don't need a magic shelf to learn English, you just need a story. Find a book, a video, a song, anything that makes you want to keep going. Read it, speak it, live it. Make mistakes, laugh at them, and try again. That's the secret. The journey is yours, and it's gonna be epic. Thanks for listening, you legends. If you loved this story, smash that like button. Subscribe to Speak Fast English, and tell me in the comments, what's your English learning story? I want to hear it. Until next time, keep speaking fast, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.